the first thing that I think. Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how I lost 13.5 kilograms, that is 30 pounds in just 4 months. I didn't do any dieting. I ate chocolate every single day, and yes, I did work out. Not that much actually.
I think it was about 4 or 5 times a week.
We are going to go more in depth about it. So yeah, let's start. So before actually dropping weight, I needed to realize why I wanted to do it. Okay, so let me just tell you the background of this story. Thing is that at the time my boyfriend broke up with me, and well, there were several reasons which I didn't really understand.
I mean, there are lots of things.
I thought, well, you know what, I am fat. I was 65 kilos, and when the scale hit 65.5 kilos, I said, okay, this is really time to, just start losing weight. I reached to a point where I actually began to hate my body. None of my clothes fitted anymore, and I felt very heavy, and I really didn't like what I saw in the mirror. So after I lost, I think it was, sorry, actually I got it wrong.
Because I was with my boyfriend and I was around 62 kilograms.
Yeah, we broke up and it was a very hard time for me, and then I gained some weight. I reached 65 kilos. When I saw on the scale that I was on my way to 65.5, I decided that and I actually thought, you know what, I want to lose weight and I want to be so sexy. He will beg to come back to me. Basically after a few months, I was in 52 kilograms, but he didn't come back to me, so I remained sexy, overall, but I just remained single. But that was okay because I was in a good relationship with my body. Unfortunately, my drive back then wasn't to lose weight because I love myself or because I want to take care of myself. I just thought that I hated my body, I hated how it looked like, and I wanted my boyfriend back. And yeah, so I had to do something about it, and that's what I actually did. Just a little bit of disclaimer, I'm not a food nutritionist. I never ever counted calories in my entire life. I'm not a trainer either. What I am doing here is just sharing my journey toward fit lifestyle, but this is just me. Probably you need something else, I really don't know. I think it is very important for you to do some research in it, and just see how your body responds to it, how you're feeling emotionally and mentally also. Okay, so just this little disclaimer that I think is important to make clear. The first thing that I had to do is basically to set my goals. How did I do it? I realized that putting a number and say, okay, I want to just lose 10 kilos, I didn't know how much of it was really possible. So I decided to, the first week, let me do a few changes and then see how my body reacts to it and how fast I can burn calories. And then according to that, I will set the following weeks a reasonable goal. I needed to study what my body was able to do. So that would basically be really the first step, okay? Learn how your body works. Planning was critical. I will just tell you what are the changes that I did in order to see how my body would actually respond to those changes and how much weight I could drop the first week, so that I could, try to apply those changes in the following weeks. So what did I do? Basically, I decided to make a few changes in my lifestyle. I used to work evening shifts, I think, back then. Yes, it was from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. and I was working at a stress clinic, and they also had a small gym over there. So what I would do is that at 11:15 p.m. after my shift, I would go downstairs to the gym, and there I would hit the treadmill and I would run 30 minutes. I think I began running probably 20 minutes, and then I increased it to 30 minutes. And that's all, because I definitely hated exercise. I didn't really care how much I ran, I like how many kilometers, the distance. I did care for, just 30 minutes because I realized that, after that I wouldn't be able to breathe much after. It was very strenuous exercise for me. Later I really measured how much I would run in 30 minutes, and I remember it was between 4 and 5 kilometers. I don't really like routine, so I like variety. So what I did is actually combine it, with some arm exercises.
I think it was just arm exercises.
Yes, and probably a few crunches as well, I don't know. I would do this exercise 3 to 4 times a week. Now, alongside that, I didn't do any diet. I don't really believe in diets because
How can I say that?
you can adopt a diet and then later, like even after you reach your end goal, so you reach there, and usually what people do, they don't stick to the diet, they just resume their former eating habits, and then they gain the weight back again, and sometimes they add even more kilograms or pounds, whatever you're measuring it. So I just decided I didn't want that. I understood that I understood that I needed to make a change in my eating habits, and that will ultimately help me change how I viewed myself and change my relationship with food, understand more about the health concepts, and of course lose weight. So what are the changes that I did? I really started small because I wanted something that I would be able to stick with. I didn't want to get bored, and I didn't want to suffer. So what I did is basically just a few things. Okay, number one, I just quit snacking. I stopped eating between meals. I would eat like 2 or 3 meals a day, and that's it, but nothing in between. Okay, that was like very, very important for me. Dinner, well, the place where I was living, it was Argentina back then. People in Argentina eat their dinner at around 9-10 p.m. In case I did eat dinner, it was, I don't know, probably at 6 or 6:30, probably 7 p.m. max. What I would do for dinner was basically salads.
Because I always wanted something savory, something salty.
And what would I have for breakfast? Basically, it was just the same. I would have bread, I would have cereals, I would have a couple of fruits, and that's it. And for lunch, I was vegetarian, so lots of, well, it could be pasta, it could be rice, it could be potatoes, lots of starch, and that was okay with me. As I told, this is what worked for me. Okay, I would eat a lot of salad, and I also like lentils, and lentils are so nutritional. So I decided to also include lentils in my diet. And dinner, I would try to skip it, but since I like savory food in the evenings, then I would eat just some salad. Okay, then there was a couple of weeks that I decided to do something else. I decided that I would eat just fruits in the morning, and if I felt hungry during the day, I would eat another fruit. I would just stuff myself with fruits. Then in the afternoons, I would have my huge salad. That would include like all sort of vegetables, whatever you like, and also a few nuts. And I will always have dessert, and my dessert was chocolate. Okay, I would buy a chocolate bar, and then I would eat just one piece of it. Okay, it would probably 1 square or probably 2, not more than that. I do realize that you need some self-control, and if you're not good at it, if you think that if you have a chocolate bar then you're going to eat all of it, and probably that's not a good thing. That happens to me with M&Ms. Like I say, okay, I will eat just 2 or 3 small M&Ms, whatever you call them, lentils or peels or whatever, and I end up actually eating the whole package. So that doesn't work with me, but if it does work with you, you could try that too. But yes, I would always have chocolate because I love chocolate. And
at that time, I think I became somewhat chocolate dependent, some chocolate addict.
So this is, as I told you, this is what worked for me. I began to love myself okay, from self-hate. I did this journey of like I got much better during my day, you know, like I wasn't that tired anymore and I felt very happy. You're just looking at yourself in the mirror and realizing that, oh my goodness, you know, you are dropping weight, and that actually gives you that satisfaction. So that is very, very good. Now I have maintained that weight. I would fluctuate between like 52, sometimes even 51.5 kilograms to like 54. Yeah, that was my range. And then when I would hit the scale like 55 or 56 kilos, I would be like, this is wrong, this is bad. And then I would do like probably a week more or less of, you know, not eating dinner, which by the way, it's not unhealthy at all, you know, because not eating dinner is perfectly fine. Our body even may work much better. It depends when you're eating the food, you know, but the enzymes, the digestive enzymes, stuff like that, they're not very active in the evenings, especially not after 6. So yes, that would be just much better. And no, you won't die from it. I understand the first couple of days, you know, you may feel very, very hungry, but that's okay, you know, just get busy or do some other things. And then the third day, you will realize that you're not hungry anymore. So during the evening, sleep early. What is early? Well, don't go to sleep after midnight. Okay, if you can go to sleep at around 10 p.m., you know, that would be the best. Plus, you will not feel hungry, which is also very positive if you're trying to lose weight. Also, when we sleep, you know, our body rests, okay, and the more we sleep, the body can help and process more fats and dissolve fats. Okay, so yeah, that's also something positive. So yes guys, this was my journey about losing weight. I have maintained that weight. I think last year I began to gain weight, and when I realized that I'm like 58 kilograms, I was like, oh no, goodness, no. So I began a new journey, running again, because I had stopped running also. And I'm also doing some changes in my diet. I'm not snacking and I don't eat between meals ever since that time. But I did sometimes eat in the evenings, and especially bread, so that doesn't really help. So what I'm doing is basically quitting bread in the evenings especially, and I would probably have a fruit or a yogurt or granola. So that's about it right now. So anyway, this is my health journey. My health and my weight loss journey. So I really hope this has helped you. Thank you very much for watching, okay, and have a great day. See you next time. Bye bye.